You're tuned in to Grown Folks Production. In the mix with the commish, Nate.
And just like that, welcome to OMFL Media Days early edition today, man. We got 3 shows lined up for you today. Got an early one happening right now. We're going to come back at 4 p.m. We'll be back again at 8 p.m. So we're going to be knocking out a lot of owners today. It's going to be a ton of fun. I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out with us here in the OMFL for OMFL Media Days. I'm not going to pull any punches. I am flying solo today. Mr. Maniac was supposed to be here, but unfortunately he had to get called out for some family business. He will be back hopefully with us this afternoon or maybe tonight. If not, we will find another time for Mr. Maniac to join us. What's up, Cincy Bird? Good to see you. Let's waste no time and welcome in what I just found out here this morning is going to be the brand new owner of the Minnesota Vikings, Mr. Nisonger. Am I even saying it right? I always worry I'm not saying it right. How do you say it properly?
It's Nisonger. You're saying it right most of the time.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Listen, I don't even say English normal words in my normal everyday language properly. So, messing up people's name is pretty normal. But I try. I work really, really hard to get it right. Well, buddy, thank you for making time for me this morning. My poor fella's been on these night shifts, these second shifts. That is not fun. And so we were able to find a time for him to come and hang out with me, and I appreciate him. Man, let's talk about your team in Madden 25. You got your team back. Tell me, this is a bonus question before we even get going. How excited are you to have your Vikings?
Oh, I'm really excited because I get J.J. McCarthy and Sam Darnold. Neither one of them are bad quarterbacks. Just one's going to have to develop while I use the other.
I love a true fan in every sense of the word. He just said Donald is not a bad quarterback. That is a true fan. He's got those rose tinted glasses on. He is ready to get a hold of those Vikings. Well, let's talk about Madden 24 and what you're bringing with you into Madden 25. I think, and I don't think I'm alone in this, a lot of people in the OMFL felt like you were a crazy, underrated coach. You built a really good Rams team, actually, that your buddy had sort of laid the foundation for, but you took it over and you competed with the best of the best. You were in one of the toughest divisions ever over there when you were with the Rams. What'd you learn about yourself in that division, Madden 24, that you think you will take with you over to Madden 25 and those Minnesota Vikings?
Well, I got to quit forcing passes over the middle. That caused a lot of problems, especially against D-Money and Meek Boy. They are really good at covering the middle of the field. And I like to attack the middle because I'm used to playing with Justin Jefferson, who makes his money in there. So it's like I got to remember that the middle of the field ain't always going to be open.
Yeah, especially with those two. Great defensive players, but man, they'll push you in every sense of the word on both sides of the ball. You are a really good offensive player. Moving over to the Vikings, I know that you're trying to sell us on this quarterback situation. I don't know that I'm fully with you. You've got a lot of options there, whether you're picking from Minnesota. I sort of let owners figure out who's picking from where, but what is your plan? What is your focus for the Vikings when it comes to your import?
Upgrading the secondary. They added a lot in the offseason with Shaq Griffin, now Bobby McCain they just signed. But at true cornerback, they don't really have a number one guy. So Dylan Marshall will be right now. He's the guy that's coming over. He's got great man coverage. He's decent in zone coverage. And he's lightning quick. So you got to keep that secondary so the guys up front can get home. So
here's a little bonus question because I think it does tie into it. What are you going to do about this Justin Jefferson contract? I mean, it's going to eat up a lot of your cap. Does that sway or change how you think about your imports at all?
Not really at this point. I mean, I want to stay with somebody who's going to be cheaper. Because I could have used Cooper off the defensive line that was still had a couple years on his contract. but that contract's a little more hefty. So having that and then the Darisaw extension that just happened, yeah.
Man, Cooper. I just remembered Cooper should have been a Hall of Fame nomination. I think that guy could have got into the Hall of Fame here. I'll even give you a little bonus. If you can find some time this week to send me his stats and stuff, you might have to get Tim to help you out from the import video, but I think that guy might actually be a Hall of Famer. Well, let's talk about Madden 25 and what you have to improve with those Minnesota Vikings, which is going to be a wide open division. Now, you do have Bill over there that I think is going to bring some stability, unless Bill 2 has also changed. I think he might have. I don't know. I can't keep up with all the changes. But what did you learn being in such a tough division that you think will help you as you move into this division to try to win some division titles and make the Vikings relevant?
You got to build the trenches. One thing about playing D Money and Meek Boy was there wasn't much pressure given up by them. Their tackles, their guards, they were solid. And knowing my team, my biggest issue is going to be the guards and the center. So anybody going for pressure up the middle is probably going to be in the face of whatever quarterback I use. You got to build those trenches in order to win.
Trenches is where football is still won, even with all these high-scoring offenses. You got to be able to protect your quarterback, and it's going to be interesting to see what Madden 25 actually plays like. I know that in the beta, there definitely was a pocket there, definitely was a little bit more pressure. We'll see if they can find a little bit more balance as we moved into Madden 25. Madden 24, again, put you in such a tough division. You haven't been here years and years and years and years, so this might be a bit of an unfair question, but what is a rival, who is a rival, I should say, that you're looking forward to playing when we get to Madden 25?
I'm still looking forward to going against the guys out west. D Money made me really rethink how I played, gave me some different concepts and passes that were coming open that I normally didn't use playing Madden before. And you got to, it had made me slow down and think. Same thing with Meek, but D Money just seemed like every time I played him, it was a punch in the mouth. And I learned a lot playing against him, so I'm still looking forward to playing against him. It was probably the toughest game I've ever played.
I love that outlook. So many guys get so turned off by both of those dudes, but they'll grow you, man. They'll make you learn and rethink how you sort of attack in different ways. Well, let's talk about Madden 25 a little bit. Did you get to play the beta at all?
No, I haven't.
All right. So the things that you've heard, I don't know if you've got to watch any of Maniac and I's podcast around the subject, but anything that you've heard that you're most excited about getting your hands on and playing when we get to Madden 25?
Well, from watching, I watched a few of your streams on it. Not the one thing I'm not looking forward to is you said increased pressure, and it seemed like there was a lot of pressure in 24, and if there's more pressure in 25, quarterbacks ain't standing up straight. But the pocket, if it actually holds up the way you were saying at times, it's going to make it easier to get a passing game going, which again opens up the running game because people can't just load the box. And I'm old school. I like that running game. So if it does that, it's going to open up a lot of things that I can do.
Bonus question. I know since you've watched and been a part of a couple of the streams, if you watch the opening, the starting soon screen, I don't know why words are not working. This is what happens when Nate doesn't have coffee in him. You'll see your buddy, your good friend, Mr. Tim, fumbling his Detroit Lions hat, trying to get it on his head. What is the rivalry going to be like between you and Mr. Tim over there in the NFC North? Or Central, sorry. It keep changing. In my head, I'm still old school.
Oh, yeah. I miss the old NFC Central. But it's fun because, when we were playing the Deuce, there's a lot of banter that goes back and forth, friendly banter, and it makes the games that much more fun because you got somebody that there's bragging rights involved. You see them, well, at that point, we're seeing each other every day at work. and it made it like a friendly competition. And how do you get better at something? You get better by having competition. You have little, iron sharpens iron, and he's really good at his running game. Sometimes hyper focuses on real fast receivers, but hey, if it just made it so that I understood that, hey, he's going to go deep. Let's put this shell coverage over top, man underneath. You learn a lot about how somebody plays, and it just makes it fun. It makes you have to learn when you have a good rivalry like that.
Yeah, I dig it a lot, man. Well, congratulations for getting your Vikings and having them for Madden 25. Once you get your favorite team, it sort of changes everything, because then you're like, oh, I really want to hold on to this guy because I like him in real life. And do I want to trade this? And do I want to do this? And you get to deal with your real life team cap. It's a whole new level. So congratulations. Thank you again for making time to be with me. I appreciate you, man. And I can't wait to see what happens in Madden 25.
Thank you, and thanks for having me on.
There we have it. Man, another Media Days in the books, man. We're checking these things off left and right. We're getting through them. I can't wait to be with you again this afternoon, let me double check really fast. I think this afternoon might be Raj. Do I have that right? Let's see. So tonight we have Big Hurt, Bill, Bird. They're going to be with us a little later tonight. And then this afternoon, it's Fleury. That's right. It's my buddy Fleury. I cannot wait for you guys to see this picture. My guy's he looks like he play offensive lineman right now. He's a big old swole fella. It's going to be a ton of fun. I can't wait to be here with Fleury. Well, guys, thank you for hanging out with me here this morning. I'm going to go get some coffee. Enjoy the rest of my day. You enjoy the rest of your day. Know that I love you. You matter to me. Take care of yourself. Take care of those around you. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Smash that like and subscribe.